What would you do if someone promised to make you rich overnight, but the price was something you could never take back? This is the terrifying story of Okenye, the man who escaped poverty only to discover that some money comes with a curse. Everybody in the village knew Okenye as the most hard-working young man. Before the sun even rose, he was already awake, carrying heavy loads in the market, helping farmers on their land, doing any job he could find just to survive. But no matter how hard he worked, poverty refused to leave him alone. Years passed, his hands became rough, his clothes became older, yet his pockets were still empty. Finally, after many years of struggle, Okenye managed to open a tiny shop in the village. It wasn't much, but it was his only hope. Then one night, disaster struck. A fire broke out. Within minutes, the small shop Okenye had struggled for years to build burned to ashes. Everything was gone. His goods, his money, his dreams. Okenye sat on the ground, staring at the ashes. And the worst part? The same people who once praised his hard work now laughed at him. Hard work doesn't make people rich, they mocked. Okenye felt humiliation burning inside his chest. Then one evening, something strange happened. A flashy black car drove slowly into the village. No one there owned a car like that. A well-dressed, rich man stepped out and walked straight toward Okenye. He looked at him carefully and said, "Why are you suffering like this?" Okenye stayed silent. The man smiled slightly. "Join our brotherhood, and you will never be poor again." Okenye frowned. "What brotherhood?" The man only replied, "A place where men become powerful and wealthy." At first, Okenye refused. Something about the offer made him uncomfortable, but hunger, shame, and frustration slowly began to change his mind. Days later, Okenye finally agreed, and suddenly, everything changed. Money started coming, lots of money. He built a big house. He bought expensive cars. The same villagers who once mocked him now called him boss. They respected him. They envied him. But what they didn't know was that Okenye's wealth had a dark secret. Then one night, the brotherhood returned. They knocked on his door. Okenye opened it, smiling, but their faces were serious. "It is time," one of them said. "Time for what?" Okenye asked. The man looked into his eyes and said quietly, "It's time for your payment." Okenye's smile slowly disappeared. The wealth he received required a terrible sacrifice. And that night, Okenye realized something far too late. Some money brings comfort, but some money brings a curse. Not every opportunity is a blessing. Sometimes the fastest road to wealth leads to the darkest destination.
What would you pay?